Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious, ever merciful. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, peace be unto you. Assalamu alaikum. I stand before you humbled by the enormous honor of addressing this august assembly, grateful for your presence here today, mindful of the enormity of the task before us. We gather here to discuss a fundamental truth that resonates across borders, ideologies, and cultures: the imperative of economic equity and eradicating poverty as keys to achieving lasting peace. Economic justice is a beautiful slogan, familiar in its rhyme, dazzling in its simplicity. Yet, economic justice has eluded mankind for millennia. In a world interconnected as never before, the links between economic inequity, poverty, and peace have never been more evident. Poverty and its pervasive grip on societies impedes progress, fosters discontent, and threatens stability. Poverty holds people captive, denies them access to education, healthcare, and basic human rights. Poverty strips individuals of their dignity and limits their potential. Poverty eradication at its core, therefore, embodies the very essence of our shared humanity. Globalization, economic opulence, and scientific advancement in all its technological marvels are all meaningless if they leave behind a trail of poverty, inequality, and exclusion. By alleviating poverty and promoting fair economic practices, we cultivate a society, a world in which prosperity is shared and opportunities are accessible. Education becomes a beacon of hope. Healthcare, a universal right, and empowerment, a catalyst for peace to thrive. Islam, in its pristine purity, is a religion of compassion and justice. Islam places immense emphasis on the eradication of poverty in all its guises, the equitable distribution of wealth, and the promotion of a harmonious society. Let us, with this spirit of Islam, work within our respective spheres of life to bridge economic disparities and the gaping chasms that separate privilege from poverty. Remembrance Day today is a solemn occasion when we not only pay tribute to service personnel, both here in the UK and across the Commonwealth, especially those who gave their last full measure of devotion for our freedoms, but also to remember the innocent civilians who have most unfortunately become victims of war and acts of terror. And as we acknowledge the profound impact of conflict, let us rededicate ourselves to fulfilling the dream of a just and peaceful world. For as we all can see across our TV screens and social media, we live in a world rent asunder by strife, where conflict and warfare are commonplace, where social violence and the violation of human rights occur on a daily basis, where world leaders are finding themselves increasingly powerless in offering lasting solutions to global problems. The world is in desperate need of genuine leadership, leadership that is altruistic and not self-serving, leadership that advocates through sympathy, empathy, and philanthropy, Leadership that upholds absolute, not selective justice. Leadership that prizes highly honesty, integrity, and respect for the inherent dignity of all mankind. We, the members of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, find that leadership and much more in person of His Holiness, Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, the worldwide head of this community, under whose leadership a global Voices for Peace campaign has been launched by the community to end war and promote peace. It was His Holiness who once so beautifully and so movingly synthesized the ethos of the community in the following terms. Our jihad is not a jihad of swords, guns, or bombs. Our jihad is not a jihad of cruelty, brutality, and injustice. Rather, our jihad is of love, mercy, and compassion. Our jihad is of tolerance, justice, and human sympathy. Our jihad is to fulfill the rights of God Almighty and of His creation. Distinguished guests, ladies, gentlemen, this jihad is what is so desperately needed in today's world. This jihad is the motto of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community: love for all, hatred for none. On behalf of PAAMA, the Pan-African Ahmadiyya Muslim Association, UK, and from the innermost sanctuary of my heart, I thank you and welcome you. Wassalamu alaikum.